Hey all, welcome again on Daily Stack. So this video is for the Flutter app development. The last video was the Node.js part where we created a REST API for the posting of blog data from the front end to the back end. And I told you that we will work on an image API also, but let's do that thing on the next coming video. Let's first work on this plus button, which is very important because the API which we created on a last video will be integrated on this plus button page. So let's work on that. And inside the lib folder, first I will create a new folder called blog, which will be responsible for containing all the file related to the blog thing. For the showing a blog on a home page to the adding a blog using the plus button. So the first file will be add blog dot dart. So let me go there, and I just did a mistake. I had to rename it. It's add, not add. Okay, and I will use the awesome Flutter snippet here. So let me use the awesome Flutter snippet to import the necessary file. I will create a stateful widget. The name will be add blog, and instead of returning a container, I will return a scaffold because scaffold have just I'm doing a mistake. The scaffold have a app bar and bottom suite, all those things. So let me hit the save, and let me go on a main.dart file. Instead of page, let me use the add block because we have to work on add block right now. So just when I work on something new page, then I will reference it on a main.dart file. So now let's work on here. So basically what we have, that first we need to implement a app bar, which is very essential. So after clicking a plus button over here, when we go on an add block page, we also have a cross button over here. So basically after clicking a cross button, we will again go back to the home page. So it is very important for us. So we can implement a cross button using the leading parameter, and here we will provide a icon button. In the icon button, we have a icon, and inside the icon we have to provide the icons type. So what will be the icon type is icons dot clear. So hit the save, and you will see the app bar with the cross button. So basically here we have to change the background color with the colors dot white 54, and if the elevation equal to 0. So what will happen that the color of the app bar and the color of the body of the scaffold will be the same now. And now let me add a body. Inside the body I will use the list view because I want to make the page scrollable, because the body content will be not fit on a single screen. So we need to make the page scrollable so we didn't get any overflow message. Inside the list view we have a children property, and now what I will do that I will create a new method which will return a text form field, just we did on a other profile page or other page also, that for the creating a text form field I just create a new method which return a text form field. So let me return a title text field, and it will return a text form field. Basically I'm getting a error here because the return type is wrong. Now it's good, and here also I did a mistake, that it's because of the typing speed. Text form field, and here we go. Inside the text form field we have our decoration, and we use the input decoration, and inside the input decoration we have a border because I want to show a border, and we have a outline input border, So just the same thing we did on the create profile page, and here we have a border side, and let me provide a border side constructor. Inside the constructor, what we had to do is we just have to provide the colors.tail and the width. So for this we don't need any width. Hit the save. Use this text form field inside the list view. Let me add it. Let's see that what will happen. And we got a text form field over there, but we need to add some padding over here. So let me add a padding. We can add a padding over here or inside the list view, but I will add a padding over here. And the padding will be not all, it will be always a symmetric type for me, because in the symmetric we have a horizontal that will add a padding left and right, and we have a vertical that add the padding top and bottom. So that's good. Hit the save and see the changes. Now it's looking great. Now we have another border type, which is a focus border. So let me add a focus border. After clicking any text form field, the color of the border also have to change. So it will be again outline input border type. Here let me provide something called border side. In the border side, again we have to use the border side constructor. In here we will pass two property. First one is a color, the colors dot orange, and second one is a width, because after clicking any border, after clicking any text form field, the width of the border also have to change to highlight it. So you can see that the width of the border is now changed, and I had to add some label text here also, because we need to show the user that why we are using this text form field. So the label text is add image and title. So why add image and title? Let me clarify it. Why add image and title? So to clarify it, let me add a prefix icon. So first let me add a prefix icon, then I will tell you. So in the prefix icon, I will use the icon button, and in the icon, I will use icons dot image. So let me hit the save and add the color of the icon, so it will look great. And now I will tell you that why I am using over here icon. So basically in the prefix icon we are using the icon button. So when the button is clicked, the icon button is clicked, basically we will ask a cover image from here only, and we will provide a title also here. So that's why I use the label text as a add image and title. So when we click user this button, so we will fetch the image from the gallery, and here we will have to provide the title of the blog. And the best thing is that inside the input decoration we have another property. So let me use another property. Just watch the video very carefully, because it's very important. And in the text form field, not in the input decoration, after the input decoration we can add a max length of the text form field. If I will provide a max length 100, and if I will hit the save, then you will see a 0/100 is coming over here. And if I want to add a title just above than the 100 length, then we cannot able to add it. Okay, so let me add the 100, then I will show you that what will happen after adding 100. So see the GY, after GY if I will place anything, it is not reflecting, because we set the max length as 100, and you can see that we have 100 clause of 100. So it's good that we will use a max length 100 on a title, because we don't want to make a title very lengthy. And also you can see that due to the length issue, I mean after adding a thing, we are not able to see all the text which we wrote on a text form field, because on a single line we can't able to see due to the screen problem. So what we can do, we have another property called max line. If I will use a max line as a null, then what will happen, that let me hit the save, that the text will be, I mean the length of the text form field is automatically increase, because I set it a max line as a null. So if I will add a title which is a single line, I mean which is a less than 100 or and a single line, then it's easy. And if I will add a title more than a single line, then it will automatically increase the height. You can set up the max line as a 2, 3, 4 as you want. I mean, if you already wanted a max line as a 2 by default, then it will be a max line as a 2. You can see this. If you set a 3, then the length of the text form field will be increased. But I will set as a null because it will automatically increase the length of the text form field. So that's it for the text form field. Let's work on a body text form field. So the second method which I want to use is a body text field. Again, it will return a text form field, and in the text form field we have to do the same thing like we did over here. So let me copy the thing and adjust the thing for us. So let me just copy the whole thing, all the return up to the padding. So here I just copy and paste it, and instead of image and title I will use the body. Provide body of your blog, and here we don't need any prefix icon, so let me just delete the prefix icon. Hit the save and hit this body text form field inside the list view. Okay, now hit the save, and now we got a body text form field over here. We don't need a max let as 100 because the body content can be any length. And hit the save, and it's looking great. And just we had to do a one quick thing, that we don't need a vertical right now because the padding is too much between these two text form field. And now we are ready. So if I will click on this thing, then you can see it's in the body. We can add any length and any number of line, because due to the max line as 100 as a null, so it's perfect. And let me add one last thing, which is a button. So there we go, we have add button. Basically here we will add a button after adding a title, image and a body. We also have to change the we also have to submit the blog to the backend. So here we will add a button. Basically, to create a button, what I use, that I use a container. So same thing I will do over here. It will be a container, and the container have a height. The height will be 60 and the width will be 200 and we have a decoration. We have a box decoration. Inside the box decoration we have to provide a border radius because I want to make the button as a curvy. Border radius dot circular, provide a radius 10 and we have a colors dot till again. Hit the save. Use this add button just below the body text font, and it's great, but it's taking all the width of the screen. Let me provide a size box for the padding with the height of 20. So basically I'm not focusing on a UI because UI can make anyone, and I'm just giving you a knowledge that how it's work, how to connect a REST API, how the thing is actually work on a development environment. I mean, in a startup or any company, you just need a knowledge for the connecting a REST API to your blog app for the data management. So just I'm doing the same thing. I'm not focusing on a UI perspective. And here we are getting an error that the issue that issue can be solved if I will wrap into the center. See, the issue is now solved, and inside this I just have to use the 50 so it will look good. And let me add a children of the container. So here we go, and after the decoration I will add a child. That will be a text. The text will be add blog, and again to make it as a center we had to wrap it inside the center widget. Hit the save and you can see the add block. So basically we had to add some styling over here. So let me add a style, text style, and the color will be colors dot white with the font size 18. The save, and now it's add block. Maybe the font weight will be bold. Okay, now it's good. Okay, now it's good, and we can reduce the size of the font. So it will be a 16. Okay, so after adding a title, after selecting an image, after adding a body, we can simply send it to the backend. So just one quick thing that I want to add a preview button also. So after providing a title and image, I also want to show the user that how it will look like after submitting this blog to the backend. So basically I will add a preview button over here. So let me go on a app bar, and here inside the app bar we have action. Inside the action we can use a flat button. In the flat button we have a on press and a child. In the child we can provide any type of widget. I will provide a text widget. So let me provide a text widget that will be a preview, and here we can provide a style and the text style, and the text style we have to provide a font size will be 15, and the colors dot div. The save, and you will see a preview over here. Let me increase the font size of the preview like 18. So when a person will click on a preview, then he or she will be able to see the preview of the blog. I mean the with the cover image and with the title. So how it will look like, we will work on a next coming video, that after clicking a preview how the blog will be look like. And we can change the color of it as a blue, so it will look great. Okay, and now let's work on the rest of the thing in the next coming video. So thank you all, happy coding, and see you on the next video.